Welcome to Brindavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, Slokas, songs, Divyadesa Pasarams, and much more. Namaskaram Bhagavatas. Today we will see the Arthanubhavam of Slokam 31 of Vishnu Sahasranamam in our Ayiram Namangal, Ayiram Gunangal series. रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्
अमृतांशुद्भवो भानुःशशबिन्दुसुरेश्वरः औषधं जगतः सेतुः सत्यधर्मपराक्रमः.
The first nama in Slokam 31 is Amrutam Shuddhavaha. The moon has cool rays just like the Amritam, which is the divine nectar. The divine nectar nourishes the plants and also brings back the dead. Bhagavan is very similar because he is Amrita. The moon acquired this quality because it's close to Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana, as told in the Vedas. The Vedic mantra says, the moon was born out of the mind of Mahapurusha, Bhagavan Narayana. And the nama is Amrutam Shuddhavaya Namaha. The second nama is Bhanuhu. Bhanu is the sun. So Bhanuvaram is a Sunday. The sun's radiance is derived from Sri Bhagavan. It's a very small fraction of his dazzling radiance. The true radiance is Sriman Narayana. It's only a little reflection which we see as a bright sun. So the sun's brightness is borrowed from him. And the nama is Bhanave Namaha. The next nama is Shashabinduhu. He disowns and destroys those who go in the wrong path. He gives them several opportunities to correct themselves. But despite that, if they don't do that, he manifests and he kills them. Just like he killed Hiranyakashipu, because who was troubling his Bhagavan's very devoted Bhakta, little Prahalada, who was his own son, and he was troubling him, going in the wrong path and saying, everybody should say Hiranyakashipave Namah. So Bhagavan got angry, and he came at the call of Bhakta Prahalada from a pillar and killed his enemy. So he disowns and destroys those who go in the wrong path. After several opportunities, if somebody doesn't listen to him, he just destroys his enemies. Sureshwaraha is the supreme, and he leads those in the righteous path who are his devotees to higher and higher elevated status. Those doing evil acts and those who are bad and in the path of destruction, and those who do not follow the righteous path are not elevated. It just destroys them. But those who follow the righteous path are on the way to elevated, liberated status of getting moksha and attainment of Brahman. He is the only one who can do that, and he is the only one who gives us moksha or eternal bliss. Sureshwaraya Namaha is the nama. Next we see Aushadam. Aushadam, as you all know, is medicine. He is the antidote for the poison that the earthly family life is to us. So we have so many difficulties in the material world, and the only antidote is praying to Bhagavan. In Sri Mahabharatam it is said, O Bhagavan, thou alone art verily the recipe for the samsara, which can be obtained by the high price of the concentration of the mind on thee. So we have to concentrate on Bhagavan to be rid from the samsara sagaram. The sages, they know him as the remedy for distress. The nama is Aushadaya Namaha. Just like the medicine cures the disease, Bhagavan cures our problems in the material world and takes us to Paramapada. So, he is one who gives us relief. Aushadaya Namaha is the nama. Next one is Jagadas Setu. He is the bridge that separates the good from the evil. He is the drawn line. And he ensures the outcomes of each one's action are truly according to the good and bad deeds without any bias. He always knows what we are doing at every moment. So when we go back to Paramapadam, he decides how much of good we have done, how much of bad we have done. Even on this earth, he punishes us if we do something wrong. He teaches us. A punishment is not something that is given to distress us, but it is a way of teaching, so we do not repeat the same mistakes. So he is a bridge and separates between the good and the evil. So we get to know what is good and what is bad. The last nama in the slokam is Satya Dharma Parakramaha. So he is Satyam, he is Dharma, and he is Parakrama. He has Dharma that encompasses the principles of righteousness, duty, moral and ethical conduct, and the order that sustains the cosmos. So that is Dharma, to do the right thing. Next is Satya. He is the truth and valor of the qualities. He takes care of the world in a manner that his divine qualities or his Kalyana Gunas do not go into vain. He is Parakrama. And as told by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, when he starts speaking of Bhagavan's Kalyana Gunas, after Krishna convinces him to fight against his cousins, the Kauravas. That is the birth of Bhagavad Gita. When Bhagavan Krishna teaches Arjuna what is righteousness, when one should fight, when one should not fight. And eventually he tells them, you are not killing them in the war. I have already destroyed them because they're all bad. So now it is up to you to stand for Dharma. So when Bhagavan says this, Arjuna takes all of his teachings and eventually tells Bhagavan that I have understood all what you have told me, and now I will fight against my cousins. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 14, Arjuna says, Sarvam etat ritam manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktem vidur devana dhanavaha. He says, after hearing you so much, I accept and understand everything that you have told me, Krishna, and it is the truth. And no one, neither the righteous ones nor the demons, can understand your qualities. You are beyond comprehension of anybody, as said by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 verse 14. To summarize Slokam 31, the moon is close to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana and has acquired the cool rays that are like Amrita that nourishes the plants and brings back the dead. The sun's radiance is derived from Sriman Narayana and is a very small fraction of his dazzling radiance. He disowns and destroys those who go in the wrong path, just like he did Hiranyakashipu. He leads those in the righteous path to higher and higher elevated status. He is the antidote for the poison that the earthly and family life is to us. He is the bridge that separates the good from the evil and ensures the outcomes of each one's action are truly according to their good and bad deeds, and he has no bias towards anybody. He has dharma that encompasses the principles of righteousness, duty, moral and ethical conduct, and the order that sustains the cosmos. He is Satya, the truth, and valor as his qualities. These are the Kalyana Gunas of Bhagavan as told by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita also. This brings us to the end of Slokam 31. See you all in Slokam 32.